Hey everybody, Dr. Kumar here. Let me tell you one of the most famous examples of self-experimentation in medical history. Self-experimentation is not generally well accepted. It's riddled with bias. It's got ethical questions and dilemmas. And generally, if you get hurt as the researcher, you can't continue on your experimentation. So because of those reasons, usually researchers and scientists and physicians run clinical trials where they test large groups of people and they look for the pros and cons in very controlled environments. And they try to answer a question whether a therapy works or not. Well, what happens if you can't get funding for your clinical trial? Well, that happened to a guy named Barry Marshall. He had discovered that H. pylori caused gastric ulcers and duodenal ulcers and was responsible for adenocarcinoma of the stomach. He had tons of good data to support it, and he couldn't get funded to do a clinical trial. So what did he do? He took a flask full of cultured H. pylori and drank it down. And he did it 2 days after his wife had just been in a car accident, had 2 broken ribs, was taking care of 4 kids, and he decided to experiment on himself and prove to the world that H. pylori caused gastritis that was responsible for ulcers. And sure enough, he got sick within days and then had a endoscopy, which is a scope down his mouth into his stomach that proved it. And he was able to biopsy and grow the H. pylori out of his stomach. So he proved to the world that, guess what? H. pylori is the causative agent for ulcers. It's a really cool story. And this guy had some guts and tenacity. I really like his story. He wrote a whole lecture and presented it at the Nobel committee when he won his prize. So if you want to hear more about this story, I just did a full podcast on it. You just have to search the Dr. Kumar Discovery on any major podcast platform and you'll find it there. Cheers.